Emotional dependence on others is a common human experience, characterized by an excessive reliance on external validation, support, and approval for one's emotional well-being. Instructive Buddhism offers profound insights and practical teachings that can help individuals break free from the cycle of emotional dependency and cultivate inner strength, resilience, and self-reliance. By understanding the nature of attachment and impermanence, practicing mindfulness and self-awareness, and cultivating compassion and loving kindness, individuals can embark on a journey toward emotional liberation and genuine inner peace. Understanding emotional dependency. Emotional dependency stems from a deep-seated fear of being alone, unworthy, or unlovable. It manifests as an incessant need for validation, attention, and affection from others, often leading to unhealthy relationship dynamics and a sense of powerlessness. Instructive Buddhism teaches that this dependency arises from a fundamental misunderstanding of the nature of happiness and fulfillment. Instead of seeking happiness externally, through the approval of others or the attainment of material possessions, Buddhism emphasizes the cultivation of inner peace and contentment through spiritual practice and self-discovery. Impermanence and attachment. Central to Buddhist philosophy is the concept of impermanence, which teaches that all things, including relationships, are transient and subject to change. Emotional dependency arises from an attachment to fleeting experiences and relationships, causing suffering when they inevitably change or come to an end. By recognizing the impermanent nature of all phenomena, individuals can cultivate a sense of detachment and equanimity towards external circumstances, freeing themselves from the grip of emotional dependence. Practicing mindfulness and self-awareness. Mindfulness, the practice of non-judgmental awareness of the present moment, is a powerful tool for breaking free from emotional dependency. By cultivating mindfulness, individuals can observe their thoughts, emotions, and behaviors without becoming entangled in them. Through mindfulness meditation and contemplative practices, individuals develop greater self-awareness and insight into the underlying causes of their emotional dependence, allowing them to respond skillfully rather than react impulsively to challenging situations. Cultivating compassion and loving kindness. Instructive Buddhism emphasizes the cultivation of compassion, karuna, and loving kindness towards oneself and others as antidotes to emotional dependency. By extending compassion to oneself, individuals can heal past wounds and develop a sense of self-worth and inner security that is not contingent upon external validation. Similarly, by cultivating loving kindness towards others, individuals can break down barriers of separation and connect authentically with others without grasping or clinging. Embracing interdependence. While instructive Buddhism encourages individuals to cultivate inner strength and resilience, it also acknowledges the importance of healthy relationships and community support. Rather than swinging from emotional dependence to emotional detachment, individuals are encouraged to embrace interdependence, the recognition that we are all interconnected and mutually dependent on one another for support and sustenance. In this way, individuals can cultivate healthy relationships based on mutual respect, understanding, and compassion without falling into the trap of emotional dependency. Conclusion. Breaking free from emotional dependency is a transformative journey that requires courage, self-reflection, and spiritual practice. Instructive Buddhism offers a wealth of teachings and practices that can guide individuals toward emotional liberation and genuine inner peace. By understanding the nature of attachment and impermanence, practicing mindfulness and self-awareness, cultivating compassion and loving kindness, and embracing interdependence, individuals can transcend the limitations of emotional dependency and experience a profound sense of freedom and fulfillment in their lives. Number 1. Understanding emotional dependency. Emotional dependency is a complex psychological phenomenon characterized by an excessive reliance on others for emotional support, validation, and fulfillment. It often stems from deep-seated fears, insecurities, and unresolved emotional needs, leading individuals to seek validation and reassurance from external sources. Understanding the dynamics of emotional dependency is crucial for recognizing its impact on mental well-being and relationships, as well as for embarking on a journey toward healing and liberation. 1. Root causes. Emotional dependency typically arises from early life experiences, such as insecure attachment patterns formed in childhood or past traumatic experiences. Individuals who have experienced neglect, abandonment, or inconsistent caregiving may develop a heightened need for external validation and approval to fill the emotional void left by unmet needs. 2. Fear of abandonment. One of the core fears driving emotional dependency is the fear of abandonment or rejection. Individuals may cling to relationships out of a deep-seated fear of being alone or unworthy, believing that their value and sense of self-worth are contingent upon the approval and acceptance of others. 3. Low self-esteem. Underlying feelings of inadequacy, unworthiness, or self-doubt often fuel emotional dependency. Individuals may lack a strong sense of self-esteem and self-worth, seeking validation from others as a means of validating their worthiness and identity. 4. Unmet emotional needs. Emotional dependency may also stem from unmet emotional needs, such as the need for love, affection, and belonging. Individuals may seek fulfillment in relationships as a way to compensate for past emotional deficits or to fill an inner void, unaware that true fulfillment comes from within. 5. Patterns of codependency. Emotional dependency can contribute to unhealthy relationship dynamics characterized by codependency, where individuals become enmeshed in each other's lives and identities, sacrificing their own needs and boundaries in the process. Codependent relationships often involve a cycle of seeking validation and approval from one another, leading to a sense of emotional entanglement and dysfunction. 6. Impact on mental well-being. Emotional dependency can have profound consequences for mental health and well-being, contributing to feelings of anxiety, depression, low self-esteem, and chronic stress. Individuals may experience heightened emotional sensitivity, fear of rejection, and a constant need for reassurance, undermining their ability to cultivate a sense of inner peace and resilience. 7. Breaking the cycle. Recognizing and addressing emotional dependency is a crucial step towards healing and personal growth. This may involve cultivating self-awareness, challenging limiting beliefs and thought patterns, building self-esteem and self-compassion, setting healthy boundaries, and developing a strong support network. Through mindfulness therapy and self-reflection, individuals can learn to cultivate genuine self-love and acceptance, freeing themselves from the grip of emotional dependency and embracing a path of self-empowerment and liberation. Number 2. Impermanence and attachment. In Buddhism, the concept of impermanence lies at the heart of understanding the nature of existence. Impermanence teaches that all phenomena, including experiences, emotions, relationships, and material objects, are in a constant state of flux and change. Understanding impermanence is essential for grasping the root of attachment and the suffering it entails. 1. Nature of impermanence. Impermanence teaches that nothing in the universe is static or permanent. Everything is subject to change, decay, and eventual cessation. This includes both external phenomena and internal experiences such as thoughts, emotions, and sensations. The impermanent nature of reality is not something to be resisted or feared, but accepted as an inherent aspect of existence. 2. Attachment and clinging. Attachment arises from a fundamental misunderstanding of impermanence. When we become attached to people, possessions, or experiences, we cling to them as a source of happiness, security, or identity. We mistakenly believe that these external factors can provide lasting fulfillment and stability, despite their inherently transient nature. 3. Root of suffering. According to Buddhist teachings, attachment is the root cause of suffering. When we cling to impermanent phenomena and resist their natural flow, we inevitably experience disappointment, frustration, and anguish when they change or come to an end. Our attachment creates a cycle of craving and aversion, perpetuating our sense of dissatisfaction and discontentment. 4. Types of attachment. Attachment can manifest in various forms, including attachment to people, possessions, status, opinions, and even to our sense of self. We may become attached to relationships, seeking validation and security from others. We may cling to material possessions, believing they define our worth or bring us happiness. We may identify strongly with our roles, achievements, or beliefs, fearing any challenge to our sense of identity. 5. Freedom through detachment. The path to liberation from suffering lies in cultivating detachment and non-attachment. Detachment does not mean indifference or apathy, but rather a balanced relationship with the world, free from grasping and clinging. By acknowledging the impermanent nature of all things, we can release our attachment to outcomes and embrace life with equanimity and acceptance. 6. Practice of letting go. Letting go is a central practice in Buddhism, emphasizing the relinquishment of attachment and the cultivation of inner freedom. This involves letting go of our expectations, desires, and ego-driven concerns, allowing life to unfold naturally without resistance. Through mindfulness, meditation, and contemplation, we can develop the wisdom to discern between what is truly valuable and what is fleeting and ephemeral. 7. Embracing impermanence. Embracing impermanence is not a call to nihilism or resignation, but a profound invitation to live fully and authentically in the present moment. When we accept the transient nature of existence, we can appreciate each moment as it arises, cherishing the beauty and richness of life without clinging to it. In letting go of attachment, we discover a profound sense of liberation and peace, realizing that true happiness lies not in possessing but in letting go. 3. Practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness, rooted in Buddhist traditions, has gained widespread recognition in contemporary psychology and wellness practices for its profound benefits on mental health and well-being. At its core, mindfulness involves the intentional cultivation of present moment awareness without judgment or attachment. Here's an exploration of the practice and its transformative effects. 1. Definition of mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of paying deliberate attention to the present moment with openness, curiosity, and acceptance. It involves tuning into one's thoughts, emotions, bodily sensations, and surroundings without getting caught up in them or reacting impulsively. Mindfulness encourages a non-judgmental awareness of experience, allowing for greater clarity, insight, and inner peace. 2. Mindfulness meditation is a formal practice that involves sitting quietly and directing attention to the breath, bodily sensations, or sensory experiences. By anchoring attention to the present moment, practitioners cultivate mindfulness and develop the capacity to observe thoughts and emotions as they arise without becoming entangled in them. Mindfulness meditation may also involve practices such as body scans, loving-kindness meditation, or mindful movement. 3. Benefits of mindfulness. Research has demonstrated numerous benefits of mindfulness for mental, emotional, and physical well-being. These include reduced stress, anxiety and depression, improved concentration and cognitive function, enhanced emotional regulation and resilience, and greater overall life satisfaction. Mindfulness has also been shown to promote healthier relationships, better sleep, and a stronger sense of connection to oneself and others. 4. Integration into daily life. Beyond formal meditation practice, mindfulness can be integrated into daily life through informal practices such as mindful eating, walking, or listening. By bringing mindful awareness to routine activities, individuals can cultivate presence and appreciation for the richness of everyday experiences. Mindfulness encourages a shift from automatic, habitual modes of functioning to a more conscious and intentional way of living. 5. Cultivating self-awareness. One of the key benefits of mindfulness is the cultivation of self-awareness, the ability to observe one's thoughts, emotions, and behaviors without identification or judgment. Through mindfulness, individuals gain insight into their habitual patterns of thinking and reacting, allowing them to respond more skillfully to challenging situations. This increased self-awareness can lead to greater emotional resilience, improved decision-making, and a deeper understanding of oneself. 6. Mindfulness in therapy and healing. Mindfulness-based interventions, such as mindfulness-based stress reduction (MBSR) and mindfulness-based cognitive therapy (MBCT), have been widely used in clinical settings to treat various mental health conditions, including depression, anxiety, trauma, and addiction. These approaches integrate mindfulness practices with therapeutic techniques to help individuals cultivate greater self-awareness, emotional regulation, and resilience in the face of adversity. 7. Cultivating presence and gratitude. Mindfulness invites individuals to cultivate presence and gratitude in their lives, fostering a deeper appreciation for the simple joys and wonders of existence. By bringing attention to the present moment with an attitude of openness and curiosity, individuals can cultivate a sense of awe and wonder for the beauty and interconnectedness of life. Mindfulness encourages a shift from a mindset of scarcity and dissatisfaction to one of abundance and gratitude, leading to greater overall well-being and fulfillment. 4. Cultivating compassion and loving kindness. Compassion and loving kindness are foundational virtues in Buddhism, promoting a deep sense of connection, empathy, and care for oneself and others. These qualities have been extensively studied and practiced not only within Buddhist traditions, but also in contemporary psychology and wellness approaches. Here's an exploration of how individuals can cultivate compassion and loving kindness in their lives. 1. Definition of compassion and loving kindness. Compassion, karuna, is the recognition of suffering in oneself and others, accompanied by a heartfelt desire to alleviate that suffering. Loving kindness is the wish for oneself and others to experience happiness, peace, and well-being. Both compassion and loving kindness involve cultivating an open-hearted attitude of care, empathy, and goodwill towards oneself and all beings. 2. Self-compassion. Self-compassion is the practice of extending kindness, understanding, and acceptance to oneself, especially in times of difficulty or suffering. It involves treating oneself with the same warmth and care that one would offer to a dear friend, recognizing one's inherent worthiness and humanity. Self-compassion involves three key components: self-kindness, common humanity, and mindfulness. By nurturing self-compassion, individuals can cultivate greater resilience, self-esteem, and inner peace. 3. Empathy and connection. Cultivating empathy is essential for developing compassion towards others. Empathy involves the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person, attuning oneself to their emotional experiences with sensitivity and compassion. By fostering empathy, individuals can deepen their connection to others, transcend barriers of difference, and cultivate a sense of shared humanity. 4. Practices for cultivating compassion and loving kindness. Various practices can help individuals cultivate compassion and loving kindness in their lives. These may include loving kindness meditation, where one systematically extends well wishes of happiness, health, and peace to oneself and others. Other practices may involve cultivating a compassionate mindset through daily affirmations, acts of kindness, or engaging in altruistic activities that benefit others. 5. Developing forgiveness and letting go. Forgiveness is an integral aspect of compassion, involving the release of resentment, anger, or blame towards oneself or others. By practicing forgiveness, individuals can free themselves from the burden of past grievances and cultivate greater inner peace and emotional well-being. Forgiveness does not condone harmful behavior, but rather liberates the individual from the suffering caused by holding onto grudges or resentment. 6. Compassionate action. Compassion is not merely a passive feeling but a call to action. Compassionate action involves responding to the suffering of others with kindness, generosity, and support. This may involve volunteering, offering emotional support, or advocating for social justice and equality. By embodying compassionate values in action, individuals can make a positive impact on the world and contribute to the well-being of others. 7. Expanding the circle of compassion. Compassion extends beyond oneself and immediate loved ones to include all beings, without exception. By expanding the circle of compassion to encompass all living beings, individuals can cultivate a sense of interconnectedness and altruism that transcends boundaries of race, religion, or species. This universal compassion fosters a sense of responsibility toward the well-being of others and inspires acts of kindness and service in the world. Number 5. Practical strategies for liberation. Breaking free from emotional dependency and cultivating inner liberation is a transformative journey that requires dedication, self-awareness, and intentional practice. Drawing from Buddhist teachings and contemporary psychological approaches, here are practical strategies to support individuals on their path to liberation. 1. Cultivate self-awareness. Begin by developing a deep understanding of your thoughts, emotions, and behavioral patterns. Practice mindfulness meditation to observe your inner experiences without judgment or attachment. Cultivating self-awareness allows you to identify the roots of emotional dependency and begin to unravel them. 2. Challenge limiting beliefs. Examine the beliefs and assumptions that underlie your emotional dependency. Are you operating from a belief that your worth is tied to external validation? Challenge these limiting beliefs and cultivate new, empowering narratives that affirm your intrinsic value and worthiness. 3. Set healthy boundaries. Establish clear boundaries in your relationships to protect your emotional well-being and autonomy. Learn to say no when necessary and prioritize your own needs and values. Setting healthy boundaries fosters a sense of self-respect and empowerment, reducing the need for external validation. 4. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with kindness, understanding, and acceptance, especially in moments of struggle or self-doubt. Practice self-compassion exercises such as self-soothing gestures, positive self-talk, and writing compassionate letters to yourself. Self-compassion cultivates inner resilience and reduces the reliance on others for validation. 5. Cultivate interdependence. Embrace the recognition that we are all interconnected and mutually dependent on one another for support and connection. Cultivate meaningful relationships based on mutual respect, empathy, and genuine connection. Lean on your support network when needed while also offering your support to others in return. 6. Engage in mindful communication. Practice mindful communication by expressing yourself authentically and listening deeply to others without judgment or defensiveness. Communicate your needs, feelings, and boundaries clearly and assertively, while also respecting the perspectives and boundaries of others. Mindful communication fosters healthier, more authentic relationships. 7. Release attachments. Practice letting go of attachments to outcomes, identities, and relationships that no longer serve your growth and well-being. Recognize that clinging to the past or grasping for the future only perpetuates suffering. Embrace impermanence and cultivate a sense of acceptance and equanimity in the face of life's uncertainties. 8. Cultivate gratitude and appreciation. Cultivate a daily gratitude practice to shift your focus towards the abundance and blessings in your life. Take time each day to reflect on the things you are grateful for, no matter how small. Cultivating gratitude fosters a sense of contentment and fulfillment independent of external circumstances. 9. Seek support and guidance. Don't hesitate to seek support from trusted friends, family members, or mental health professionals as you navigate your journey towards liberation. Consider joining support groups, therapy, or spiritual communities that align with your values and provide a supportive environment for growth and healing. 10. Commit to continuous growth. Liberation from emotional dependency is an ongoing process of self-discovery and growth. Commit to a lifelong journey of self-exploration, learning, and personal development. Celebrate your progress and be gentle with yourself during setbacks, knowing that every step towards liberation is a step towards greater freedom and authenticity. By incorporating these practical strategies into your daily life, you can gradually free yourself from the shackles of emotional dependency and cultivate a deep sense of inner liberation, authenticity, and empowerment. Remember that liberation is not a destination but a journey towards greater self-awareness, compassion, and genuine connection with yourself and others.